the longer it goes on that Jamie Elliott hasn't re-signed with the Pies yet, the more I'm convinced that he's leaving. Let's look into the newest developments. Before we do get into this video, be sure to fill out the survey that's linked down below and it's linked in the comment section. You go into the draw to win a really great prize pack and it's going to be really, really cool. Let's get into this video. So it's just come out or just been reported by Tom Morris that Jamie Elliott has a 3-year offer on the table from the Gold Coast Suns. Now, there's a couple of tidbits to go around this. Collingwood have currently offered him 2 years at $425,000 a year, according to John Ralph. Look, take all this. Obviously, we take all this with a grain of salt because we don't know players' wages. We're not privy to any of these conversations. We're not privy to managers. No one's come out and said anything. But Fly did say that there is a 2-year offer on the table for Jamie Elliott and for Brody Mychek. They're unrestricted free agents. If they do leave, we get barely anything for them, just probably a couple of late picks. Now, the thing that sort of scares me the most is they said that Gold Coast were there and they've been waiting for Jamie Elliott and wanting to bring, better players into the club. They're looking for some sort of small forward. But it was reported that Gold Coast said, if you want to come here, we will offer you a contract. Let us know that you want to come here and then we'll offer you a contract. So they hadn't offered him a contract when he was still umming and ahhing. For them to say, yeah, look, we'll offer you a contract if you want to come here. And now it's been reported that a contract has been offered. I think that means that Jamie Elliott, we've seen the last of him in the black and white, which would be diabolically sad. Like, I'm sad making this video. I was sad doing the edit that I posted up on Instagram and on YouTube as well. I think Collingwood don't know. No, look, you know what? They do know what what they'll lose if Jamie Elliott is to leave. But let's dive a little bit deeper into that.
Couple more years left in you? I think so. I think I do. We'll see. I'm just trying to take it week by week at the moment. I don't want to look too far ahead, but I feel like I'm still dynamic and I feel dangerous and team's going well. So, yeah, I think I can keep going.
We know where our list stands. We know the over 30 players. We know that there's 4 uncontracted over 30 players at the moment. Jamie Elliott, Brody Mychek, Mason Cox, and Tom Mitchell. Now, Jamie Elliott kicked a career high goal tally this year, right? Was a snub for All-Australian, kicked 60 goals, 8 goals in the finals, 4 goals against Adelaide, 4 goals against Brisbane, took Mark of the Year. That couldn't be counted as Mark of the Year, and has been a part of the furniture at Collingwood for over a decade. And I don't really remember a Collingwood without Jamie Elliott, well, recently without Jamie Elliott. And, Collingwood have stuck by him through his 2 seasons where he didn't play with all of those injuries. But I don't think he owes the club anything. If I'm looking at this from a business sort of perspective, and Jamie Elliott is 33 years old, I'm 33 years old. So if this was me getting offered a 3-year deal by the Gold Coast Suns at, the average AFL wage is 500,000. So let's just say it's 500,000 a year for 3 years. You'll be retiring on the Gold Coast in the sun, $1.5 million, before tax, after whatever you want to talk about, happier than you would with 425,000 below the AFL average wage for 2 years in Melbourne. From a personal perspective, and if I was his mate, I'd be telling him to absolutely take that. You can't knock back an offer like that. But on the other hand, I think Jamie Elliott is pretty loyal. Like, he stuck with us for a long time. He did tour the Brisbane facilities back in 2019 before he re-signed. He's a Collingwood premiership player. It would be devastating for him to leave and to go to a contender. It's not like he's going to West Coast or North Melbourne or someone like that. He's going to a contender who are only going to get better in 2026. In saying that, though, I think Collingwood are very much to blame in this, right? And I think it's Justin Lepich as well. So Justin Lepich is our list manager.
Collingwood. Is Justin Lepich being too hard in these negotiations?
They're all head or heart decisions, Kitty. That's the crux of it, I think, in the sense that we reported on Gettable last week that clearly I think there's been some frustration in the sense that these negotiations haven't gone anywhere with a number of the experienced Collingwood players and a number of the premiership players at the Pies, and Brody Mycheck's in that boat. Jamie Elliott's in that boat. He's got a 2-year deal on the table, but I don't think they've been budging on the value of that or the length of that, and he's got interest from elsewhere, and the links to Queensland and in particular the Gold Coast continue to rumble along.
How can you offer someone of Jamie Elliott's ilk, and I know he's 33, I know you're not going to be offering him $800,000 a year, but if reports are correct, boost it up to 500,000, like boost it up to $500,000 if that's the average, because he deserves that money. He has been our best forward for so long, and yes, he only kicked, over 50 goals this season, but what he does for that forward line, what he does for the team, what he does for the supporters as well. The supporters absolutely love him. We love him. We love him. We love him. To see him leave would be devastating. We thought he'd finish as a 250 game Collingwood player. But if this is the case, and Justin Lepich is sort of digging his heels into the ground, digging his feet into the ground and saying, no, we're not offering you more. This is it. Like, you have to have some leeway. That's just, I would hate for it to come out via the media or the club or something that they refused to up Jamie Elliott's offer. Now, Brody Mycheck, I can understand. Tall guy, we're getting Jack Buller in. We can sort of do something around that, right? We have Membry we have McStay still, we've got Charlie West coming in. We don't have a Jamie Elliott replacement. Harvey Harrison is going to be a fantastic player, but he is not a Jamie Elliott sort of player. No one is a Jamie Elliott sort of player. We don't have a ready-made player for that. There's probably no one there's definitely no one in the free agency or delisted free agent that could take Jamie Elliott's spot, as how crafty he is, how, he's in the leadership group, right? Jamie Elliott is that guy. And for us to lose him because Collingwood and Lepich and whoever else is making these decisions don't want to fork up an extra $80,000 a year, I think that would be absolutely pathetic. And I've already seen the Collingwood fans in my comments and in my DMs starting to get their pitchfork and torches and marching on the AIA Centre if we're to lose Jamie Elliott because we're not offering him enough money. Now, it has been reported that Jamie Elliott does want to stay if the money is right, and I don't blame him. Can you sort of see as that holding the club for ransom? A little bit, but he deserves every single dollar that he can get from this club because stuck by us, won a flag with us. We're paying other players a lot more money. You're telling me that all these players that they just delisted, you lose Brody Mycheck, you lose Titch, there's probably a couple that are maybe getting traded. You can't find $80,000 a year for 2 years. So you can't find 100, let's just say 100, round it down, $150,000 over 2 years. You can't find that. There's no way. Pay, someone maybe take a pay cut or someone take, you're getting young kids in, so they're not going to be on $500,000 straight up. I just think it would be so silly for us to let a guy like Jamie Elliott go because we can't find $150,000 over 2 years. And I know that might sound like a lot of money, but in this day and age with the CBA, how it is, I love Harry Perryman. I love Dan Houston. I thought, Perryman did excellent things for the club this year. Dan Houston did do some good things. We'll be better for it next year. They're on $900,000 each. And I know you have to play a little bit more, especially with free agency, and Dan Houston was on big money as well. But you need to pay a little bit more. But find it. Find the money. Steele, Howe, and Pendles will be on lower money because they're of the senior age, and they'll be paying. They get those sort of wages where the older players get less wages, or however it works. It's all bloody convoluted. I don't want it to come out that we were so adamant that we're only offering him $425,000 as opposed to $500,000 to keep him at the club. Because it will come out. It's Collingwood. It always comes out. I would lose a little bit of trust in the club if that were the case. Taking out Jamie Elliott and not paying him enough would really decimate the fabric of our club, of our supporters of the club, and of our forward line. Losing Elliott and Mychek in the same window, who knows what's happening with Bobby? I think he does stay, but let's just say he goes as well. If you're losing 3 forwards, how are you going to score all your goals? You know what I mean? I think Collingwood really need to put their money where their mouth is. Pay Jamie Elliott what he's worth. I'm not saying offer him 3 years. Saying offer him 2 years at whatever he wants, 500,000, 550,000. Give him an option to extend to a 3rd year if his body is ready. But in saying that, if Jamie Elliott has told the club, look, I do, if you offer me 500,000, that'll be great. I'll stay, but I am sort of leaning towards Gold Coast. I want to retire up there with my family. You really can't begrudge him from leaving. But again, I would lose a little bit of trust and faith in this club if Jamie Elliott left because they didn't want to just fork out a little bit of money, the richest club in the league. I think it would be absolutely diabolical. But I'll keep you updated as news comes through. It's just not looking good. Let me know your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.